Hey, it's Chris Brown with Automotive Fleet, and I'm here with Jim Petrillo, Fleet Manager for Fujifilm.
Good morning. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Hey, let's dive into some questions. We want to find out what's going on in your head, what you're thinking about fleet, and how your fleet is approaching today's challenges. I want to ask you, what's your fleet wild card right now? Like, what kind of kept you off guard in 2025 and keeps you guessing as a manager?
It seems to always come down to when I can get everybody in the same room at the same time in order to order vehicles.
Yeah.
And when I say everybody, I mean that's from the top down. So we have many different divisions throughout the country.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make one buy and give them multiple options, and it's becoming more and more challenging as the years go on. And not only from the OEMs, but also internally, because you have to herd a lot of people to get a lot of authorizations to go ahead.
Okay, how many people are you trying to herd?
Well, so you're trying to buy a few hundred cars.
Yeah.
Okay, at one time, and I'm talking to probably 15 divisions.
Wow.
And so you want to make sure you're not sending somebody an order invitation for somebody who shouldn't be getting a new car.
Sure.
Or vice versa. So that's the challenges.
Yeah. How are you future-proofing your operations?
That's becoming so challenging because to future-proof a lot of this also adds cost.
True.
Right? And
need ROI.
Exactly right. So and also, I am in the finance department, so I am very cost conscious.
Okay.
And so trying to take everything into account, such as electrification and total cost of ownership and whatnot.
For sure.
And you're trying to get the best numbers, but at the same time, you want to have a really safe vehicle for the drivers. I want to have some kind of a selection for them, because in our case, they're perk vehicles. So you don't want to say, oh, you only get this, get to choose your color. You want to say you're able to choose a model of some sort.
For sure.
So there's a lot of challenges to that.
All right, so let's talk about a small change that you've implemented that seems to have made a pretty big difference in your fleet.
And this has been ongoing for a while, but the biggest change is to be able to offer a larger variety.
Oh, great.
Of vehicle for those specific reasons that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because you can't order all the cars at once. So as different order banks open up, we're able to maybe change our selector a little bit to accommodate and give people a choice.
Okay, and I guess that's not the easiest thing to do, because once you bring more choice into a scenario, you bring more,
Well, what happens is, Joe has this model, and now it's not on the selector, so why can't I get that one? And it's, because they're not available anymore.
Yeah.
So.
All right, last question. What is your soapbox topic in fleet? What are you passionate about, and what do you advocate for?
The one thing that I've been passionate about is for people to be cautious when electrifying. To be what models they're choosing. Really think closely as to what works best. EV, plug-in hybrid or hybrid. And I have some strong opinions about all of those, and happy to express them if anybody is.
Sure. Well, Jim, thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris.